Now you might wonder why walking my dog at night has anything to do with nature. Well, actually it does. This is my dog Bucket, and he's a rescue dog. He was found as a stray literally on the streets. And the streets are not really a good place for a dog. And he's got a nice home now. There actually is a wild animal that brings nature into the city. A wild animal that lives on the streets and thrives. This animal is in most cities throughout its range, as well as being out in the nature that we would expect. And that's the raccoon. One part of their success in the city comes from being nocturnal. I mean, they can go all around and most of us never see them. Now, we do see raccoons early in the morning or just before dark. But most of the time, they are out at night, and they're very good nighttime animals. Raccoons are very intelligent and adaptable animals. They use both the horizontal space and the vertical space. Raccoons think these are great walkways. They're very good climbers, and they use all sorts of structures that we build and would think would keep them out, but not raccoons. Raccoons are also very opportunistic feeders. They eat almost anything that they can find that seems edible to them. They will eat insects and plants, fruit, vegetables. They'll go in our gardens. They'll find food outside that were left for pets. They'll go in the garbage. They'll go in dumpsters. They'll go almost anywhere that they can find food. And that gives them, again, that adaptability to live in the cities. It also means that there's a lot of things they can eat here, which is one reason why they've been so successful as wild nature in the city. In nature, raccoons will find dens in trees, sometimes in burrows, and they'll even lay out on a branch just hanging out there. In cities, though, they have a lot of options for where they can den. They can also be in trees, but they can be in attics, they can be in sheds and garages, in all sorts of places. They're very adaptable. You might think that in the city, where are the raccoons going to find water to wash their food? I mean, they can find water anywhere from a bird bath to a dog dish to a sprinkler. But they don't actually wash their food. That's a misconception about raccoons. Raccoons' hands are kind of like ours. They're very manipulative. They actually look for their food in a way by just searching and being very active with their hands. Now, people saw them doing that in water and they thought, oh, they were washing their food. Actually, they were exploring to find their food. But one thing about those hands is they provide a very distinctive track that makes it very clear that raccoons have been around. We evolved as people that spent a lot of time outdoors and in the wild. And we've lost a lot of that now. But the city nature gives us a connection. That's why it's important. That's why wild animals like raccoons, it's pretty cool that they can come into a city like this. We may not always know they're there, but I'll guarantee a lot of times they know we're there, and if we accept that they're there and understand that this is a place for them to live, just like us, we can find a connection to nature almost anywhere.